Good.
So I'm gonna knock my patient's door. Hi, Miss Victoria. How are you doing today?
Good.
My name is Mary Popola. I'll be your student nurse for today. Today we're gonna be doing range of motion exercise, and during this procedure, I'm gonna protect your right and handle you gently. So I'm gonna go and gather the materials needed. I need my bath towel and I need my hand sanitizer. And then I'm gonna perform hand hygiene. And then I'll come back to my patient. Can you please verify your name and date of birth for me?
Victoria Danks.
I'm gonna check her.
1592.
Gonna check her bracelet to make sure the information is right and check it against the assignment sheet I have on me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and screen my patient for privacy. And then I'll come and raise the height of the bed for appropriate care. I'm gonna lower the side rail on the side. And then I'm gonna place the bath towel on the blankets. And then go ahead and gently fan fold the blanket underneath to make sure my patient is not exposed unduly. I'm going to fan fold it to the foot of the bed. So we're going to start with the neck exercise. So I'm going to put my both hands over our jaws, underneath her neck, one underneath her neck. And then we're going to start with the flexion, extension, and hyper-extension. Flexion, extension, hyper-extension. Flexion, extension, hyper-extension. And then with rotation, rotating the head side to side. Left side, right side, left side, right side. I'm going to do this 3 times and repeat 10 times. And then the next one is the shoulder exercise. I'm going to place my hands over underneath her elbow and the other one at the wrist. And we're going to do flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, abduction, 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 abduction. And then to the elbow exercise now. I'm going to put my hands underneath her elbow and the other one at the wrist. Flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. I'm going to do this 3 times and repeat 10 times. And then to the wrist, I'm going to put my hands on both hands underneath her wrist and do flexion, flexion, extension, upper extension, flexion, extension, upper extension, flexion, extension, upper extension, then radial flexion, ulnar flexion, radial flexion, ulnar flexion. And then now we have the finger exercise. So do abduction by spreading out the fingers, and then adduction, bringing them together. Abduction, adduction, abduction, and adduction. Alongside with this, I'm going to be doing flexing the fingers, making our patient make a fist, flexing, flexion, and then times and repeat 10 times. And then after that, exercise, making sure my patient is not exposed unduly. I'm gonna put one of my hands underneath the knees and the other one by the ankle. I'm gonna do flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, abduction, 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 abduction. And then I'll do that 3 times, repeat 10 times. And now we have the knee exercise. I'm gonna put one of my hands underneath her knees, the other one at the ankle. We're gonna flex the knee, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. We'll do this 3 times, repeat 10 times. Now we have the ankle exercise. I'm gonna place my hands over my hands over the ankle, underneath the ankles, and the other one on the foot. And then we're gonna be doing dorsal flexion, plantar flexion, dorsal flexion, plantar flexion, dorsal flexion, plantar flexion. We do that 3 times and repeat it for 10 times. And then the foot, we have supination, pronation, supination, pronation, supination, 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 pronation. I'm going to do this 3 times and repeat for 10 times. Now we have the toes. So I'm going to be flexing the toe. Gonna be doing adduction of the toes by spreading out the toes. Abduction and adduction, bringing them together. Abduction, adduction, 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 and then flexing, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. And then after this, I'm going to do the same thing to the other parts of the body, and then repeat it 10 times also. How that provide my patient with comfort. I'm going to gently cover off for the warm blanket.
I remember one in the video. It was the feet. Feet. I think they did it together instead of bringing it up.
Cover up with warm blanket, and then while I remove the back towel, I'm going to provide comfort by positioning her as a care plan, provide pillow if needed, straighten up the bed unit. I'm going to put on the side rail and lower the bed for safety for patient comfort. I'm going to place the collards within her reach. Also for safety, make sure the collar is properly plugged. Use of the bed locked, the waters on the floor. Perform hand hygiene